Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zafar Afif, and our group will be presenting project about motion-based cooling shoes. Our group will be presenting a shoe design with more than one physics concept that will be applied in our shoes to make it cooler and comfortable for wearer when doing exercises such as walking, jogging, and even running. Now, we have a lot of understanding about rotational motions, kinetic energy, and thermodynamics. Maybe it is time to explain how those applied physics concepts make their functions work perfectly for wearer. So, as the wearer walking or doing any activities such as running or even jogging, a rotational wheels embedded in the soles, which is the concept of rotational motion spins due to the foot's motions. This will be generating energy that called as a kinetic energy. Then the energy will be converted into electrical energy to power the cooling system and thermoelectric system, which is with eliminating the use of batteries. Our group are applying physics concepts such as thermodynamic, kinetic energy, and rotational motions. But before continuing our presentations, what is rotational motion and thermal physics? So, based on the slides, rotational motion is the movement of an object around the central axis. It is involved key concepts such as angular velocity, torque, and moment of inertia. For thermophysics, deals with the movement of heat energy and principle of temperature, heat transfer, and thermodynamics.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So my name is Hairunisa Shafika. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about our special innovation, which is the motion-based cooling shoes. So first of all, we're going to talk about the materials and component used first. So first and foremost, we use a rotating wheel, which is it will install in the sole, then it will naturally rotate as the user walks and generates the kinetic energy. Next, we also use a cooling fan which is will be powered by the energy from the rotating wheel. Then it will circulate air to cool the food. Next, we also use a thermoelectric cooling pad, which is it is related to our physics theories, while use the Peltier effect to transfer heat away from the food and provides a cooling sensation. And next, we also use a memory foam base to provide the cushioning and comfort during movement. And last but not least, we also use a fly knit upper material, which is the fly knit material will provide a highly breathable and lightweight fabrics that enhance airflow and heat dissipation. Okay, now let's see how it works. So basically, our shoes are related to a physics theories, which is a rotational motion and a thermal physics. So here I'm about to explain to you guys about our first theory used, which is a rotational motions. As the wearer walks, their foot motion causes a wheel inside the sole to rotate. So this rotation will naturally create a kinetic energy, which is an energy of motion. So that energy is then converted into an electrical energy through a miniature generator. The electricity will power the cooling fan and the Peltier cooling pad. So it will finally activate the entire cooling system. The second theory used, which is a thermal physics. The shoe use a thermoelectric Peltier module to produce a cooling effect. When electricity flows through a module, heat is transferred from one side to the other. The cold side will cool the food, then the hot sides will release heat outside the shoe via a ventilation hose. So basically, this process is based on the Peltier effect and the natural flow heat from high to low temperature zones. So here are the details of our shoes. As you guys can see, on the base of our shoes, there are a round shape. That round shape is actually a rotating wheel that will naturally rotate as the wearer walks to create a kinetic energy and then converts to an electrical energy. So that's how the cooling system works. On the side of the shoes, there are a thermoelectric cooling pad. And also the material used for the base is a memory foam, and the upper material used is a fly knit, which is a very lightweight and a breathable fabric.
Okay, so first, let me explain why this motion-based cooling shoe is truly innovative. Firstly, it uses physics to power itself, which means it doesn't need any batteries or charging. This makes it very eco-friendly because it helps reduce electronic waste and save energy. Secondly, it features real-time automatic cooling. The shoe cool as you walk without the need for any buttons or a manual control. It also breathable and ergonomic by using fly knit and memory foam. It stays comfortable for long periods. And it's practical for real world use. This means it can really help workers, athletes, and everyday users who often to face hot weather. Now, let's talk about the real world problem our innovation solve. When people walk or work for long hours, especially in hot environment, their feet often become overheat and sweaty. This doesn't just cause discomfort, it can lead to blister, odor, and skin irritation. Most shoes only rely on passive ventilation, in other words, breathable fabric, which is not effective in a very warm or humid condition. Even smart shoes on the market today focus on tracking or connectivity, but almost none address the issue of temperature regulation. To make things worse, those that include extra feature often rely on batteries or frequent charging, which is not practical or sustainable for daily wear. Our innovation directly solves this problem by offering a self-powered motion-based cooling system. Every step you take powers a fan and a cooling pad. So your food stay cool without needing electricity or charging. Now, how does our product compare with other footwear brands? Other brands usually offer cooling only through passive airflow, which become ineffective when you are actively moving or in a hot environment. They also lack any built-in energy source, and smart shoes that do have added tech often need to be charged like a smartphone. In contrast, our shoes use rotational motion, the natural movement from walking to generate energy. This power a built-in thermoelectric cooling system and a fan. That means our shoes doesn't rely on any external electricity. It is eco-friendly, battery-free, and it actively cools your feet. Most importantly, our innovation is not just a comfort feature. It is a demonstration of real physics, thermodynamic, and rotational mechanic applied in a wearable
I am
product.
Amalina, and now I'm going to talk about the key needs for this innovation. The innovation addressed the need to cool the feet automatically and sustainably, especially in a hot environment, during physical activity or in prolonged exposure to outdoor conditions without relying on external power sources like batteries. Our target audience is firstly outdoor workers such as construction laborers, landscaper, and delivery personnel who are exposed to high heat throughout the day. Next, athletes and sports professionals such as runners and football players who experience overheating and discomfort during intense training. And lastly, companies like Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour who constantly seek performance enhancing and comfort improving innovation. Apart from that, overheated feet can lead to discomfort, fatigue, and reduced productivity, especially for workers. This can also increase risk of blisters, infection, or heat stress. This can also cause an indirect cost such as medical treatment, missed work, and shorter shoe lifespan due to sweat-related wear and tear. As for companies, lack of such technology can mean lost market share to competitors with advanced cooling or comfort footwear. You might be asking, how often do people experience this problem and when? Usually, people experience this problem during daily work shift that has like 8 plus hours at outdoors or in non-air conditioned settings workplace. This can also be a problem for athletes while engaged in a sport or exercise, especially in warm climates or summer months. This also a big problem for tropical or desert region where temperatures are consistently high. There are some consequences if the innovation is not addressed. Firstly, user will continue to suffer discomfort, heat-related stress, and even reduced performance. Some workers may also experience health complications or lower productivity that could affect their job performance and company efficiency. Brands may miss out on innovative market opportunities and fail to meet the growing demand for smart and eco-friendly wearables. Some consumers may also continue to rely on inefficient or non-sustainable solutions like battery-powered fan or
Strategy
even
innovative
cooling
approach.
spray.
Our unique design uses the various movement to power a system that moves air and keeping it cool. As you walk or run, the motion creates energy that drives this cooling process. By integrating this with thermal conduction principle, heat from the food is carried away and released through vents. Using natural cooling methods, this smart biomechanical approach ensures continuous cooling without batteries or electricity. Broad solution overview. This motion-based cooling shoes is a high-performance shoes embedded with a self-powered cooling system. It leverages everyday motion to activate cooling features such as microturbines or rotors that spin as the user walks or runs, airflow channels that draw heat away from the food, material with high thermal conductivity to help dissipate the heat faster. Technical challenges and consideration. There are two issues, which is rotational mechanic issues and thermal physics issues. Firstly, rotational mechanic issues. By ensuring sufficient torque and RPM from natural foot movement to power the cooling mechanism, as well as balancing rotor weight and size for integration into footwear without affecting comfort. Secondly, thermal physics issues. By efficiently transferring heat from the foot to the outer parts of the shoe using conductive materials and designing a system that cools without overcooling to maintain user comfort and safety. As the approach develops, we plan to expand it into a full business proposal that covers key areas of product development and market readiness. Firstly, for market positioning, the shoe will be presented as an eco-friendly, high-performance product made for hot weather users such as athletes and outdoor workers. Secondly, in terms of cost and production, the shoe can be mass-produced using current shoe manufacturing technology, which keeps it practical and affordable. And in addition, for staffing and partnership, we hope to work with biomechanical engineer and team up with major sportswear brands like Nike or Adidas to help us grow. Our deliverable will include prototype shoes, testing reports, and collecting user feedback to improve our design. And lastly, we will apply with a patent for the cooling system and how it's built into the shoe to protect our ideas.